We do have a great show, and then there were four. And for the third time in 3 seasons under Juan Carlos, Gotham FC are semifinalists. We had a rough 2 weeks with the hashtag once Gotham. We might get into that. We'll see. And then we will discuss the actual NWSL awards, which are being voted on now, who's left out, who was snubbed, and who's in. We'll talk about that. And then for the first time in club history, Gotham FC beat the KC Current on the road in their stadium, quieting the crowd, forcing the Excusitarians to come out in droves after that one. And we will break down this historic win over the Current. And then we will preview next week's game against the GOAT, Marta, and Orlando. Back there again. We have the regular season fan vote awards at the end of the episode. We'll talk about that. But first, I got Ruby and Jenna on the podcast. So how are both of you?
Good. Thank you for having me back. As always, another season close to wrapping up, which is crazy.
Yeah, it really is.
So crazy. Happy to be back. I was sick. Last week, but I'm doing better. Thank God.
Yes, and now it's my turn.
Pass it on. Hopefully, Gary, you do not get sick.
I don't get sick.
Take your vitamins, whatever you need to do.
Yeah. Drink your water.
Yeah. Don't hate me. I haven't had a headache in 18 years, so.
Ooh, what?
Nope.
What's the secret?
The only thing I got was
not being a woman, probably.
I know.
And I don't have kids. That helps too. But yeah.
I have kids.
Yeah, that helps too. But like I got COVID twice, right? Like that was the only thing that got to me. And both times, like people were like, "Oh, it's just like the flu." I'm like, "No, this is nothing like the flu."
No, like, it's really not.
I don't get the flu.
The first time I had COVID, it like laid me out. And then the second time I got it, it wasn't as bad, but like I didn't feel right. But it was not like the flu. Like the flu was totally different. At least for me.
Yeah. And
down too.
Yeah, I was like, I don't get sick. And then like that like had me like thinking. I was like, okay, I'm getting a little worried here for myself. Yeah, it's the only thing that ever got to me. Let's jump into some other things. First, the Sirens, New York Sirens, hosted 2025-2026. They kick off their regular kickoff, I guess. What do they face off? Is that what do you do in hockey?
Face off. I think face off.
Off.
Puck off is hilarious.
Puck off.
Yeah, so they face off on Saturday, November 22nd. They will play at the Prudential Center against the PHL Vancouver team, November 29th at 12 p.m. Go check them out. I was also on the Loud and Proud Orlando Soccer podcast. It was a good time yesterday. I checked them out on Instagram. Quick side note, when we first started this podcast, I was trying to understand so much about the league, and I was reaching out to like supporter groups and media members and things like that. And there are still some teams where I've never been able to connect to, like Seattle and like Portland. For some reason, I could never get in touch with either the supporter groups or their media members. But like Orlando Racing, Houston, North Carolina, all those, like they're so happy to like connect with those people, and Orlando's been so good to me. I was friends with their other podcasts, so shout out to Orlando. They're a great soccer community, and they definitely care about their teams down there.
Shout out to Orlando.
Right? I mean, like you asked me to talk about Gotham, I will be there at 2:00 in the morning to do this. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Also, Atlanta is in. Guess we're going back to turf again. So we guess we're doing that in 2028. Thoughts?
Like
any thoughts on Atlanta?
No, I'm really happy that I always thought that was a market that was really missing a team, and I think it's going to be really great. And now that U.S. Soccer is there, I think it's great synergy. Synergy. I hate that word, but it's true. And I'm really excited, and it's just like really cool just to see the league keep expanding in markets where I think it's going to do really well.
Yeah.
Is it going to be another team or just Atlanta?
They say 18th team by 2028. So I think there's one more. And it was like, this is a pretty sizable expansion fee that they're paying. So that's how MLS made money for a while. Just kept expanding. So
it's kind of giving pyramid scheme, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah. Shout out to us. We have over 100 subscribers on YouTube. Subscribe to us over there. Give them more and more. As we've done on this podcast so many times, it gets redundant. But just want to just put real quickly, just obviously we disagree with hashtag One Gotham. Elizabeth Eddy's op-ed in the New York Post. We obviously stand with the trans community, and we believe their participation enhances rather than detracts from women's sports. Other than that, let's talk about the NWSL awards. So I think a swing and a miss on a couple of these awards. We got Esther up for MVP, Lily for Rookie of the Year, Berger for Keeper of the Year, a clear snub for Sonnet and Howell. Just any other thoughts on Jenna? I know you're catching some fire over there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the snubs. Obviously, I think no Emily Sonnet and no Jalen Howell is absurd. But I guess there's other teams, whatever. And yes, I caught a little flack on Blue Sky about my recent op-ed in Sports Illustrated about why I believe Bev Yanez should actually be Coach of the Year. Also hashtag technically one's Gotham assistant coach. I won't go into it now. I really would love if everybody could read that article, because I think she's just done some amazing things this year, both on and off the field, just like a great person. And I know everybody loves working with her. But I got really leaned into by some Vlatko Andonovski stands on Blue Sky who kind of berated me a little bit. Because obviously, like the Kansas City Current had an incredible historic season. Yeah. And just for what it's worth, I agree with that. I think that's totally true. I think what they did over there is incredible. And it's not to take away from what Vlatko did. And, but I mean, I just think what Bev did this year, for me personally, it makes her, in my opinion, deserving of this award and this recognition this year. It has nothing to do with whether or not Vlatko did a great job, because he did do a great job. So, yeah.
Another underdog there, Bev Yanez.
Always.
Making it to the playoffs. And yeah, it's not all about numbers. I feel like with Casey, we were expecting them to come into the playoffs. We were expecting them to win. Sorry, Casey. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Bev Yanez has done so much with the team that she has. She doesn't have the big names. Sabanta. She doesn't have Cooper. She doesn't have Tenwa.
Chawinga, yeah,
exactly. So, but yeah. Hey, shout out to Vlatko fans too.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always throwing racing under the bus, but I think racing is a team that I think they were trying to sell the team. I don't think their ownership is really invested in this team, and I think they were just using her as a placeholder so they could get to the next person or whoever they're going to get to.
Yeah.
And I think she overperformed with the roster that she had and got them all to buy in. And just again, just an amazing. That club should not have been where they were if not for her coaching leadership. Just incredible what she did.
Absolutely. And not, obviously this is a regular season award, so, not really supposed to take postseason into account. But Kansas City and Racing ended up in the same exact place, a quarterfinal exit. And I think what was interesting about that to me, and again, for me, this was relevant for what I still think Bev deserves it, even though, not taking this postseason into account. But it was very interesting to see what happened to Kansas City when you're missing Temwa Chawinga. And what does your coaching actually look like when you don't have who I believe is the best player in the world right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. 100% agree.
Well, most likely, Chawinga is going to get that MVP award.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, Esther had a great season, but and she's a big reason why Gotham is in the playoffs, because she was putting in the work all season long. Because of her injury, she was not able to get that MVP award. Took her chances from that MVP award, but hey, yeah.
Yeah, and Sam Coffey not in the midfielder is wild.
That's wild too.
But I also it's going to be really funny when she's in the best of Sam Coffey and Emily Sonner in the best 11, but not in the vote of the year.
You're good, but not good enough.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I'm a Sam Coffey hater. Because why is she so good?
Her.
Why is she
why
so good?
She's so good is because she is from New York.
There you go.
That is why.
Because I'm obviously joking. I think she's amazing. I think because she's so good that players that I like, that I also like, I think don't get a shot at the national team because she's just locked that down. She's going to be the defensive midfielder for the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, yeah. So no Neely Martins, no Jalen Howell is getting called up for a little while, maybe. I don't know.
Bye, Neely.
Yeah. So, Sam, take a break. Stop being so good.
She is really so good. That was a big snub. I think Lily should be a lock for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
To me, there should not be campetition in this category.
Yeah.
Like the other two, Riley and Maddie, like they obviously had fantastic seasons and, goal scoring, like leading the Angel City in goal scoring, like that's really great. But I think what Lily did this year, I mean, it's kind of like a little Jenna Nice-mongery.
Yes.
But I actually think better. Like, I think the defensive end of what Lily was able to do and also just not look like a rookie the entire time. Like, she was pivotal to Gotham's season. I don't know what they would have done in that left back position really consistently if she hadn't been there and the way she adapted to a new role after playing center back in college. I mean, it just... Also, the only rookie to get a U.S. call... the only one of the nominees to get a senior team call up, and she's had 4 appearances. One of 2 to make a postseason appearance. So it's got to be Lily.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it reminds me of the season with Nice-Wonger with Gotham in 2023, and if history repeats itself, Real will win this, and Gotham will win the championship.
Cross my mind.
Absolutely. So, getting over to this game, how nervous were you guys going into this one? I mean, considering how much like Casey was hyped up for the right reasons, I guess.
I was 0 nervous because I'm going to be so honest, I did not expect them to win. I it wasn't that I was writing them off. I thought it was going to be a close match, but I just expected Kansas City. They're at home. Gotham's never beaten them. Even though they didn't have Chewinga and Cooper, it's still the deepest team in the NWSL. I thought they were going to pull it out. So I wasn't nervous. I wasn't nervous until they scored
Yes.
Gotham. And I was like, oh, hold on a second.
Yes. Yeah, with that equalizer, I got really nervous. I was not nervous until that happened, and I was like, really? Just like 2 more minutes, you guys had it in the bag. You guys didn't have to like play an extra 30 minutes. And in that first half of extra time, the first 15 minutes, at the end of those last 15 minutes, KC was really dominating Gotham, and I was like, please let this 15 minutes end, because then Gotham will have the time to reset and turn things around, and it really happened.
I had a very similar calmness to when they went to the championship game, which should have tipped me off that something bad was going to happen like later on in the game, because I was way too calm. Because again, I felt like you, Jenna, like it didn't quite feel like they should win given the circumstances. And yeah, they're playing a little bit with house money. But I know that Gotham is just a different animal when they go into the playoffs, and just a whole different setup. And Juan Carlos knows how to lock his team in there. So I was
He really
again,
does.
yeah. And the script writers were scripting again, like
Yeah.
like the championship game when you get to like the end, it's like Gotham is in control there. Like everything's in control, and then they're like, you know what? We got 45 minutes to fill here. What can we do to keep this game going?
Mandy McGlynn red card.
Yeah, put a defensive midfielder in goal. Put Rose Lavelle on the 18-yard box with the ball at her feet, and it's like, of course. So it's the same thing they did with this game. They're like, extend that. We need more time. Silliness. Speaking, so the availability report came out. No Ella Stevens on the availability report, which is an awesome turn of events. And Esther still questionable for her hip, did not make the starting 11. Shaw was up top in her position, and Gabby was on the left side. I think she deserved to be in the lineup after she performed the game before that. Brought Gotham back from the brink almost by herself. Szczepanski in the lineup over Hasbo, which is another interesting thing. But yes, just your thoughts on the lineup, given like Szczepanski hasn't played in a while, and here she is.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see Szczepanski in there, but I was really happy actually to see her in there as well. And I actually thought she played really good.
Mhm.
really well. And when she came out, I got like a little nervous. I was like, oh, I don't really. And then I think, did the equalizer come after she came out? It must have.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was
So
like right
yeah. And I
before.
was like, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
I
doubt.
feel like this lineup was kind of a calculated chaos. I think the word that I want to use here, it was brave from Amoros to bring this lineup. Like you said, Shapansky came in instead of Hasbro. I was like, what's going on? But I feel like he analyzes everything. And he did ask for this. Remember, last time they played Kansas, Ambrose was like, I need to play Kansas again. And I was like, you need to be careful what you wish for. Because it is the number one team in the NWSL. And Gotham has never beaten Kansas City ever. So that was crazy. Plus Amaros decided to bench our top goal scorer, Esther Gonzalez. It was a little risky of this lineup, but on paper this team is a super team. But they just have been so inconsistent this season. So I didn't know what to expect.
No doubt. And obviously I think all of our thoughts towards this game changed when we saw Michelle Cooper also on the injury report. I think that changes a lot of what Casey wanted to do, and especially when I was just kind of excited to see Lily Reel and her battle. But good for us, she was out as well. I think Gotham, as you mentioned, Ruby. The Gotham came out brave in this one. They were playing again a little bit with house money. They came in with no fear whatsoever. All the pressure is coming in on KC, and they dominated KC for the first half of the game, almost 70% possession. This was calculated. They
Mm-hmm.
basically Gotham has a way of taking a crowd out of a game. They can suck the life out of a game pretty quickly. And that crowd was packed and it was lively. And by like 15, 20 minutes, you can start getting lower and lower and lower. And by halftime, I mean, everyone was really nervous and fidgety because Gotham really took the sting out of the game early. Just a tactical masterclass from Amoros, being able to
Mm-hmm.
pull KC around the park. Just your thoughts on the first half, getting basically taking the game to KC.
No, I completely agree with everything you just said. Like you could really tell like that crowd was really rowdy in the beginning and then
Hmm.
slowly. And as I was watching that first half, I was like, oh, okay, and it really started
Yeah.
to feel like I just feel like Juan Carlos plays his best football in these playoff games and these knockout rounds, and Gotham just really came to life in a way that they really hadn't in the back half of the season. They were really kind of struggling there, and it was just they just looked really really good. And even without Esther, and Juan said at the post match press conference that she could play, but he didn't want to risk it if he didn't have to, especially given how cold it was. And I think it was
Yes.
maybe windy and maybe rain at one point. I can't remember. So the fact that he like trusted his team to go out there and do that, and they did it. So yeah, I thought that first half was incredible, and when they went into the locker room at the half, I was like, oh okay, like this could really happen.
I know. Everyone wrote off Gotham for this game. Everyone thought they were gonna lose, and many brackets were destroyed in this November 9th.
Yes.
For real. But yeah, I'm so glad that Gotham was able to take advantage of Kansas not having Chawinga and Cooper in this game. But also they didn't have us there. But Gotham, I feel like with Shaw, they have like reborn. And again, I just want to say how this feels like 2023 when we had Lynn, and I feel like the bats are back.
It's such a good point about Jaden Shaw, actually. She totally breathed life into this team. And in the
Mm-hmm.
post match, you could tell, like, she is so happy to be here. And it's
Mm-hmm.
just a wonderful thing to see her thrive. And she was involved in both goals.
Yes.
So, just incredible. Just what a great acquisition. It's so good from Gotham.
Like tactically, Gotham was high pressing, but they're also dropped their back line far. So there was a lot of space in the midfield. They were really trying to prevent KC from building out of the back and
Mm-hmm.
playing the long through balls. And
Mm-hmm.
it worked out really, really well. And on the other side, KC was basically they took the same approach that Seattle did against us, which is basically just take Rose Lavelle in the game. Put two
Mm.
players traveling around with her all game, just taking the ball away from her. Because Rose was pretty quiet all game, but good on Gotham to still be able to create chances. And they did mainly, as you guys mentioned, through Jaden Shaw, who was central as the main attacker. She finished the first goal. She did a Rose Lavelle type roll with the ball, and then put the ball in the back of the net. Then on the, uh, we'll talk about that in a second. But just Jaden Shaw's performance was amazing in this game. She was clinical, and as you guys mentioned, like she came to this team like September, right?
Yeah.
September she got here.
September 11th, I believe.
Yeah, she was so happy to be here, and she just jumped in, integrated with the team, and everyone welcomed her with open arms. And that investment is worth every single penny. And they just extended her contract with 2029, right? They have her to now. Man, what a deal! What a deal! Then, as we mentioned, everybody, the playoff drama is back. They just can't make it easy on us, can they?
It did not disappoint.
Yeah, what's the fun in that? Oh gosh, the latest goal scored in overtime or overtime or extra time. Then I mean, just player cuts inside, and it's just Berger caught flat-footed. I don't think no one expected her to shoot from that angle, and it goes through 3 players, and Berger gets beat. But Gotham, and then all the momentum goes to KC. The last overtime period was just like all KC pushing forward. Gotham gets forward, gets a foul. I think Sonnet earned the foul, I believe. Berger plays the ball in, and then this is 3 players that entered the team mid-season or later. So we have Kayla Duran getting a beautiful flick-on header coming back to the ball, which is really hard to do. Then Jaden Shaw with one of the slickest flicks over her back shoulder that I've seen. And Katie Stengel, I mean, just the legendary hero does it again, roofs it past the keeper. And she has like a really funny like celebration where she just like hops up and down. It's hilarious, but I love it.
I just want to say about Katie Stengel briefly. So in the post game, she said that the equalizer was her fault. Like she basically took blame for it because she was the player on Ellie Wheeler who then got past her and scored. So she really took like ownership of that, and so she basically said that like I had to do something to make good on it, and that's why she scored. She also said she had staples in her head still, so that's why her celebration was kind of weird, and then she didn't want everybody running up on her because she was like worried about her staples in her head. And I was like, what? And she just I don't know, it was just like you could tell it meant a lot. I asked her, how she feels to be a bit of a Gotham legend now that she's done this twice. And she was like, don't make me feel old. And I was like, no, it's a good thing. And I just think it's amazing. It's just such a good story. Like, I love it. And a great goal.
Came to Gotham twice, saved us twice. Build her a statue if we win again.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed. So we made it. We made it through. First, number 8 seed to advance. Gotham FC was the lowest seed ever to advance in the playoff bracket with the first 8 seed, I guess. So we beat the number 1 seed, breaking an unbeaten streak. The victory broke KC's remarkable 18-match home unbeaten streak at CPKC Stadium. It was only the second time the Curd have ever lost their home ground since it opened in 2024. So it's a record-setting finish, the latest goal in extra time. One of the most dramatic finishes ever to a playoff game. I mean...
Do we think it's a rivalry now? We'll see. We'll have to see.
It could be. Yeah, could be.
It could be.
But side thought, let's just game this out. So let's say Gotham go to Orlando, we beat Orlando, then we face Washington in the finals. And let's say Gotham wins all 3 of those games. Let's just say this. So if they win those 3 games, is that not the greatest playoff run ever? Can you imagine?
You just totally wrote off Portland being in the final. That's actually cracking me up. But yes, I agree.
I guess if they beat Portland too, that's still a pretty crazy run. But I'm just saying, like the top teams, knocking them all off, got to be crazy.
Agree.
Yeah,
I mean, nobody. Well, I didn't expect Gotham to end in 8th place.
Yeah,
in the regular season, nobody did. Honestly, I thought they were going to be in 4th place. So it's crazy to just, it's going to be the greatest playoff run. I mean, they're going to beat all these top teams.
No doubt.
And I actually think, in a weird way, it was almost good that they finished in the bottom half because they've just had a better road record this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's been about, but on the road they've just been stronger, and who knows, maybe this will work out.
It's because like teams, like I always say, is like teams come to play when they're at home, so they open up, and Gotham punishes teams that open up. Teams that sit in usually, do well against Gotham, which is something we'll
Yeah.
talk about later. But this win solidifies Juan Carlos' status as a master of knockout football. His teams are just built to perform, and the pressure's at its highest. I mean, we're talking about winning the 23 championship. We played got to play really well against Washington last year, and I think deserved to move on from there. But they lost in, late header and then penalties did them in. But that's on the players. That's not really on him or his tactics. He's coached really well through all of this. So he's just like, I mean, he messes around in the regular season and like figures things out. But once playoffs are on, he locks in, and he's just an incredible manager for knockout games.
Yeah.
Jenna,
Question.
yeah.
So, if it would have gone to penalties, who would have been your 5 players?
Oh gosh.
My God. Well, as everybody knows, I hate penalties. I never want them ever. Just kidding, I love penalties.
Yeah. I think I remember a tweet or
Yeah, I'm always out here saying crazy stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So for me, definitely LaBelle,
Oh yeah, of
Mitch,
course. Yeah.
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Berger,
Okay.
and my last one maybe Stengel.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I would.
I-
I think I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, against Washington, we had probably our most reliable penalty kick takers miss. So, yeah, I'll go with all those as well. Sure.
Yeah, it's a good list.
Yeah. So, Jenna,
Yes.
post game quotes that you got. Do you want to talk about them?
Yeah, well, first is one I already kind of spoke about with this there, and just how
Hmm.
she's close, she could play, but Juan was careful with her, and ultimately, thank goodness, ended up being the right decision. Keep her as fresh as possible until you absolutely need her, and also it really makes me feel comfortable that like this is a coach that cares about his players' well being. He's not going to just throw her in there
Yeah.
because like oh my God, like we need to be saved. He
Mhm.
cares about her longevity and her health. So really, really appreciate that from Juan. And obviously the quote that really got everybody going was Jaden Shaw. And she was and this is kind of like when you could really tell, like she loves being at Gotham, and it was really nice to see. But she basically said, yeah, okay, we came in at the eighth seed, but we're not an eighth seed team. And she was like, I'm sorry, but I have to say, underdog my ass. We are not an underdog. And it was just, I literally grabbed my phone and I was like, underdog my ass. Like, it's it was just so good. And it's just like that's the fire you want to see from these players in these
Yes.
big moments in these games. And she's such a young talented star, and it's just in that moment I was like, oh, this is a player like you can build a team around.
Yes.
Like she's so talented, she's good, she's cares about this team, she's got the passion, and especially after kind of what she went through, the little blip when she was in North Carolina not playing. Like it was just so great to see, and just such a good quote. Like like that's Gotham legend now forever.
Yeah, I feel with Jaden Shaw now with Gotham, the energy feels different around the team. And she's bringing this attitude that we haven't seen the beginning of this season and last season. We didn't see that. We did see it in 2023 when everybody was like fighting to get that championship for Krieger. And after that, it seemed like Gotham was kind of lost. But now I feel like they found a new identity, or they came back to that identity from 2023. And I love that Shaw is bringing this attitude to Gotham.
Really spot
Yeah.
on. Totally agree.
Yeah, and it also speaks to going back to the first quote to Juan Carlos and how Gotham builds their depth. And if you look I was having this conversation with the Orlando podcast yesterday about how like Seb Hines, some coaches like Seb Hines, like Velatko, they have a best 11 and they ride their best 11 all through the season. And even if the players are injured, if you saw Bia was pretty much the entire game, which is I think kind of
That
ridiculous.
was crazy. She has a
Yeah.
sprained MCL and she played 100 minutes.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, and Gotham had their best player on the bench, and because we got talent for days, and Juan Carlos plays his substitutes, he gives everybody a run out. So when the time comes, those players are ready to perform and play at their best. And you could see when injuries happen to other teams like KC, like Orlando, if that happens to them with Banda, they were in a big identity crisis.
Yeah.
And Gotham has that luxury because we play our whole roster.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Katie Stengel now is the Opta. Katie Stengel is one of 3 players, Lynn and Crystal, former Gotham players, to score multiple extra time goals in their career in the NWSL playoffs. And she is the only player to score 2 multiple extra time winners. So, which is awesome. She's a legend of the sport.
It's like, I actually have always been like a Katie Stengel like truther. Like I actually think she does not get the praise she deserves. But it's so, being in there with Lynn Biondolo and Crystal Dunn and Katie Stengel, it's like, that's crazy. Like, good for Katie. It's awesome. Like I think she deserves the praise, and I'm just so happy for her.
So let's go with stats. Anybody have any stats for this game?
My heart
rate. Keeping the theme with Katie Stengel, I feel like that was like the ultimate mic drop. When her winning goal was scored in the 121st minute, which makes this is the officially latest game-winning goal in NWSL playoff history.
And I just want to point out that Jalen Howell was a monster in this game. I was talking about how Gotham was stretched. They were pressing high, and they were also dropping deep just to prevent those long balls. Jalen had a lot of area to cover, and Casey's midfield is no joke. And 7 tackles, 4 clearances, 16 recoveries. She only dribbled past once. She's winning all her duels. She had an amazing match. And then there was no hero of the match poll because there is only one, and it was Katie Stengel. Yeah, legendary. So no more standings. We are jumping over to our fan vote awards for the season. We are still on X for whatever reason. And then we are mostly on Blue Sky and YouTube now. And right now, like, the only place to do polls is going to be Instagram, which we gotta start doing them over there because we didn't get very much as far as the voting this season on the awards we usually get hundreds of votes, not too many this year. So I got to figure out another way to do our polls because X sucks, and I want to get off there.
It's not the same.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we can talk about this. We never do Keeper of the Year, obviously, because we got the only one keeper, and it's Berger. But anything we want to talk about the keepers besides Berger being the best in the world? Yeah. Hogan was excellent in her time stepping in for Berger, and I think Ryan Campbell is a special goalkeeper. I think she has a bright future, and maybe we'll see her soon enough. Who knows? But Berger is amazing. Rookie of the season, real 100%. Any disagreement?
No.
Me, that's the one.
Yeah, I figure if it was done, I think halfway through the season, Stefanski was up there, but
yes,
yeah. It's real. I think she played in every game this season.
Lily played in every game and started in 21 of the 26 games. Yeah.
Insanity.
Which I say in my article on Jenna sources.
True. Yes. And then defender of the season, Sonnet won 91%, 8% for real. Any disagreement?
No. That's
no.
Sonnet all the way.
Yeah.
Great season.
Yeah, amazing season considering that she had to step up because Tina Davidson went down. I think Carter's played excellent throughout this season, but Sana has really taken on not just defensive responsibility. She's the captain and she's leading the team, and she's always talking to everybody, and she's organizing and doing all her little shenanigans. And yeah, she's amazing. And I think they were pointing out in the broadcast that she has played in the playoffs more than any other player in NWSL history. That just shows you how solid she's been for her entire career and how much she means to teams playing. Onto midfielder, it was Lavelle at 58.3% and Howell at 41.7%. Any disagreements there?
Oh, this was a close one.
I think that's right. I think it should be that close because I think Lavelle does edge out Howell, but not to discount Howell's season by any means. It was just an incredible. It took her a minute to acclimate to a new role, but then blew it away. But yeah, what Lavelle did, Lavelle saved Gotham's ass so many times this season. It's got to be Rose.
You think same, Ruby?
Yeah, same. I believe Rose LaBelle, she's just a creative genius. And she's a player who, when she has the ball at her feet, she forces the opposing team to change their entire defensive strategy, and she creates magic. And no one else in the roster can replicate that. And then Rose can only operate freely when and create chaos when, because she knows that Hal will be in that midfield, and Hal is going to be like, I got you when you need me.
Yeah, I have it slightly Howell just because she's played more minutes and more games this season. Rose was out for a little bit this season,
It's true.
uh, but
Yeah.
that's my only thing. Otherwise, and she also pushed. I mean, gosh, we love Neely Martin on this podcast, but I think Howell just took over that position, made it hers, and yeah. So I think it's super super close. I just have it slightly Howell just 'cause I think she played more minutes. Yeah, that's it. Then attacker of the season, Astaire, obviously 91. I don't think anyone's disagreeing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get over to game changer of the season. I thought this was interesting because usually it is a player that like doesn't generally start, and that was Bernina, and that's why she got 53.8%. But she's started the past like month,
Yeah.
and she's started going into the playoffs. So is she still a game changer? I don't know. Maybe. What do you think?
Remember, every time you said they should like let Bernina go to another team to play, they will play her.
Yeah.
All this season. So,
Cool.
but yeah, I feel like she's grown into this team, and we had roster changes. We have new faces coming in, and sometimes that's difficult for any player to like have new players, and you have to like get used to their style of play, and also have to adapt to the style of play that Amorous wants for all the players. So I think Bernina has acclimated well to everything, and as the season went, she kept growing.
Completely agree. And it was interesting to see her play up top a few times.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I didn't mind it.
I didn't
mind it
either.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. It kind of worked in in the places where they needed her. She's versatile and yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing because in the beginning of the season, we didn't have Midge Purse, right? Midge Purse was out, and that's like their partners in crime, those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was not getting starting minutes. It was either Carter, it was Freeman, or whatever. And I kept asking for what if you're not going to play her, like sell her to another team because she can play and I know she can ball out. And then Midge Purse comes back, and immediately both of them are starting. I guess maybe it's because Midge is better at covering for a defender like Bernini who's just flying up the field. And this one, like she's flying up the field, and then she cuts all the way across the left side. I'm like, where are you going, Bernini? But yeah, so I'm guessing that's probably what it was. It's just he has someone he can trust that when Bernini goes forward, Mitch can get back. That's the only thing. But Bernina's been lights out, and she's one of the only players that can really like put her foot on the ball, slow it down, wait for the defenders to come out to her, pull the defense out of. And I think she's going to be very important. We'll get into it against Orlando later. But MVP, this is interesting. Sonnet, Lavelle, Astaire, all getting some votes. Howell got 0%. Shame. But who do you think is the MVP? It was a tie between Lavelle and Astaire.
Astaire. It is Astaire for me because of what Ruby said before, which is, yes, she missed a lot of games in the back end of the season, but it was what she did in the first half of the season. That is why Gotham is in the playoffs. Like, she did that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. She got a third of Gotham's goals. Is that what it worked out to? Something like that? Craziness.
Yeah. At one time she had half.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only one with the double digits in the team.
Yeah, nobody was scoring but her for a while. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, I also give it a stare as well. But let's get over to our next opponent. It is Orlando in Orlando. So number 4, the defending champions. And then first question. In this game, is there an underdog?
No, this is even to me. This is a pretty even matchup. So I think it's going to be a really good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think so we're going to be down there. Gotham is riding high, and so is Orlando. They seem to have fixed their identity crisis a little bit, and now they're rolling. And Marta just being Marta, that run against Seattle is, gosh, man,
I love
she's
her.
always going to do something. 39 years
It's
old, like that late in the
incredible.
game, just earning the penalty. It's just so silly.
I laughed when she did that. I started
Right.
laughing, and
Yeah.
then when she had the penalty, I literally was cackling. I was like, "This is incredible."
Dude, the ref video, you know how you have the ref
Oh
point
my
of view now, and
gosh.
Marta would like could karate chop someone. Like I was like, what the heck?
Someone told me that those ref cams look like drunk Snapchat stories, and I'm like, that is so funny.
They do. They're
I know.
just all over the place. But Orlando is like, from playing Orlando a couple times this season, Orlando is extremely good defensively, and I've mentioned the Orlando podcast, like being able to like sit up in the nosebleed media seats for the Orlando game, like you really see how much they shrink the middle of the field, and they just put 8 players on a block and really expect Gotham to like try to get through that block. So for Gotham, it's all about getting the fullbacks forward and creating width. They
Yes.
have to be. They can't be afraid of them. They
Yeah.
have to get forward. Bernini has to overlap. Lily has to overlap. They have to sit on the ball, pull teams out, pull them out, and if Gotham can get them out of the middle of the park, then I think they have a really good chance of scoring early.
Yeah, true. I mean, can this be like the second biggest upset of the year, like beating Orlando? And I think Gotham's defense doesn't have to worry about Banda now that she's out. And they don't have to worry about Banda beating them over the top with that one touch. She's so good at it. Now they can, like you said, they can play much higher, allowing them just to effectively just press Orlando deeper into their own half and dictate the pace for a full 90 minutes. Let's not go to extra time this time. Just, yeah, the first 20 minutes, they need to score a goal and set the tone.
That would be ideal. And yeah, I think people write off Orlando, which is so funny to me that you would still write off Orlando in the year of our Lord 2025. I mean, they are an incredibly talented team, and
Yeah.
I think even without Banda, like this, they're still such a threat. They have so many threats, and I think it could be just a really really good matchup. That if Gotham does what they did last weekend, could be theirs again, but. I know that they're not taking anything for granted.
Yeah, I expect Gotham to come out brave in this one and get up the field and go at Orlando. But my question is going to be whether Orlando is going to be brave enough to come out and play against Gotham. Are they going to sit in and try to nick one on the counter when Gotham's pressed forward? Maybe. But I think that's the thing we're looking at here. Is Orlando going to sit in, or are they going to come out and play? That's what my thoughts. Any manifestations for this one?
A win?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Duh, a win.
A win in regular time?
Yes.
Yeah.
No
This is the
penalty
playoffs.
kicks.
Let's go a little wacky. I got Ella with a game winner.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Ella. I'd love to see her back. Just even for her. Like I know for these players, like this is their lifeblood, and not being able to be out there on the field is so hard for them. And she was such an important part of the team last year, and I know she's probably itching to get back out there. So it would be really cool if she came on and scored a game winner. I'd scream probably.
Yeah, indeed. Any random thoughts before we get out of here?
Random thoughts.
Oh.
Not really.
I was watching the Netflix Frankenstein movie that just dropped.
How was that?
Excellent.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah?
it was,
Okay.
Yeah, it was excellent. One of the better like Frankensteins that I've seen was awesome. I saw my favorite one is I saw Benedict Cumberbatch in that on the stage, which was amazing. But it was really really good. But like one thing like got me is like, why did he have to piece together like 10 different people? Like, couldn't he just like animate it like a full course? Like, why go to all that trouble?
Ew.
I mean, like, why do you have to like piece together 20 different people?
Well, maybe at that point in the decomp, they can't be fully. I don't know. What am I saying?
Yeah, I don't know. It's my random thought.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Ew. That's so
All
fun.
right.
Well, I've been watching Gilmore Girls reruns. That's it. Just me on Netflix
Okay.
with the Gilmores. That's
Yeah.
what I've been doing.
What am I watching? Dude, I've been watching like random things. Grey's Anatomy.
Are you caught up? Are you like recent like
Yes,
watching like
I am.
wow.
I feel like
you've written this long. You might as well. You're all
yeah,
in.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching Grey's Anatomy for so long. Like I just watch it now just because I'm committed, I guess, to the show. I don't even know because the drama is. I'm like,
I kind of fell off at like season 12. That's when I
like at 21 now.
I used to love that show though. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite shows of all time.
I've never seen Grey's Anatomy. I've seen all Gilmore Girls, but I've never seen Grey's Anatomy.
The early Grey's Anatomy is just like classic television, like so good. Oh my god, so good.
Okay, maybe I'll check it out one day.
Yeah. Other than that, I guess Married at First Sight, Love Is Blind.
Okay.
Stupid
and
TV.
the Hallmark movies. Gary, we still have to do our special edition where we talk about all the Hallmark movies.
Yeah, I would totally want to do that.
Well, in 2 weeks, on the 22nd, is Bill's holiday touchdown, where I don't know what the hell the plot is going to be. Like, I couldn't tell you, but all I know is I am sat.
Okay.
Are you going to the final, Jenna? Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, no. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it out there this year. The California trips, man, as a freelancer, it's just really tough to swing. So, unfortunately, no. But what's interesting is I was like, well, this is interesting because last time Gotham won, it was also in California, and I also couldn't go. So maybe this is it again.
Someone sponsor us so we could go.
Well, don't sponsor me because apparently I can't be there.
Yeah. So, all right, we will see you on the next episode. Hopefully, discussing another Gotham FC win and discussing how we're going to win in the finals against Washington.
Let's go.
I'm ready up, Portland. Sorry, Portland. You guys wouldn't talk to me 5 years ago. I'm still holding it against you.
That's hilarious. That is so funny. I mean, it is poor. It's the spirits to lose. Like, that's very true. Yeah.
True. Yeah. All right. We'll see you soon. Let's go.
Let's go.